This video is made possible thanks to our Patreons. If you would like to have your story turned into a video or a story written especially for you, be sure to take a look. Enjoy!
The carnival lights twinkled against the twilight sky as Elliot strolled through the fairgrounds, his blonde hair ruffled in the evening breeze, and his blue jeans and white t-shirt stood out among the sea of colorful costumes and fantastical decorations. The air was filled with the scent of cotton candy and popcorn, but Elliot's nose led him to a peculiar tent tucked away in a quiet corner. "Mystical Delights," he read aloud, eyeing the whimsical sign above the entrance. Intrigued, he ducked inside, finding himself surrounded by shelves upon shelves of the most bizarre candies he'd ever seen. "Welcome, welcome!" a cheerful voice rang out. From behind a counter adorned with shimmering crystals emerged a woman with silver hair and eyes that sparkled like the night sky. "I see you found your way to the most extraordinary candy shop in all the realms." Elliot's gaze darted from jar to jar, his mind reeling at the possibilities. "These are candies?" he asked, his voice a mix of disbelief and excitement. The vendor's laughter tinkled like wind chimes. "Oh yes, my dear, but not just any candies. These are experiences, adventures, dreams made tangible. Chewy grass, crunchy sand bites, soap drops. Are these all real flavors?" The vendor chuckled. "As real as the nose on your face. Each candy here has its own story, its own, shall we say, unique effect." Excitement bubbled up inside Elliot as he perused the offerings. His gaze landed on a jar filled with pink fluffy candies. "What are these?" "Ah, the pink pixie puffs," the vendor said, her voice lowering conspiratorially. "They taste like a delightful mix of cotton candy and fairy dust. Quite girly, if I do say so myself." Elliot raised an eyebrow. "Girly, huh? Well, what's the unique effect of these?" The vendor's expression turned serious. "Now, young man, I must warn you, these particular candies hold a special transformation magic. Are you sure you want to try them?" Elliot laughed, his adventurous spirit getting the better of him. "Oh, come on, how bad could it be? I'll take a handful." "As you wish," the vendor said, scooping some of the pink puffs into a paper bag. "But remember, you've been warned." With a grin and a shrug, Elliot popped a pixie puff into his mouth. The flavor exploded on his tongue, sweet and enchanting, just as promised. He savored the taste as he made his way out of the tent and back to his apartment, unaware of the changes that were about to unfold. The next morning, Elliot's alarm blared, dragging him from a deep sleep. He groaned, reaching out to silence the noise, when he noticed something odd. His hand looked different, smaller, with longer, more delicate fingers. Confused, he sat up, and that's when he felt it. A weight on his chest that hadn't been there before. Heart racing, Elliot stumbled out of bed and rushed to the mirror. The reflection that greeted him made him gasp in shock. Staring back was not the familiar face he'd known for 25 years, but that of a young woman with long, flowing blonde hair and delicate features. What happened to me?" Elliot whispered, his voice higher and softer than before. He ran his hands over his new body, feeling curves where there had once been angles, softness where there had been hardness. Panic set in as reality sank deeper. The carnival tent, the mysterious vendor, those innocent-looking pink candies. It hadn't been a dream. The transformation was real, and judging by the vendor's cryptic warnings, permanent. A buzzing phone broke through the spiral of thoughts. Mom's smiling face appeared on the screen, sending fresh waves of anxiety coursing through newly delicate veins. The weekly Sunday brunch, how could that have been forgotten? I can't go like this." The words came out in a whisper, hands trembling while holding the phone. "But I can't just disappear either." The phone kept buzzing, demanding attention. After 3 rings, it went to voicemail. Seconds later, a text appeared. "Honey, everything okay? Don't forget brunch today. Dad's making his famous pancakes." Standing there in oversized pajamas, the gravity of the situation became overwhelming. parents, college classes tomorrow, friends, job. An entire life would need explaining. How does someone even begin to tell their parents their son is now their daughter? The closet offered no solutions, filled with men's clothes that would now hang like tents. A quick search through drawers yielded an old pair of running shorts with an elastic waist and a t-shirt that might work if tied at the bottom. First things first, came the muttered words while struggling to manage the long blonde hair. I need clothes that actually fit. After watching a quick YouTube tutorial, the hair ended up in a messy but serviceable bun. The shorts and shirt combination looked ridiculous, but it would have to do for a quick run to the nearest store. The phone buzzed again. Another text from Mom. Should we come check on you? You're worrying us. Trembling fingers typed out a response. Not feeling well. Might be coming down with something. Rain check on brunch? The reply was instant. Walking felt different. The center of gravity had shifted. Hips moved in unfamiliar ways. The stairs down to the street proved especially challenging, each step a reminder of changed proportions and balance. The local Target loomed ahead like a fortress of normalcy. Inside, the women's section might as well have been alien territory. Racks upon racks of clothes with sizing that made no sense. What even was a medium anymore? An elderly employee approached with a kind smile. Can I help you find anything, dear? The words stuck in the throat. I need everything? Basics, I guess. I lost my luggage. The lie came quickly. And I need a whole new wardrobe. The woman's eyes lit up. Oh, you poor thing. Let's get you sorted out. I'm Margaret, and we'll start with getting you measured for the essentials. 2 hours and a significant dent in savings later, bags of clothes and necessities weighed down both arms. Margaret had been a lifesaver, helping navigate the overwhelming world of women's clothing sizes, explaining the mysteries of bra measurements, and offering advice on skincare routines. Back in the apartment, the new clothes laid out on the bed looked like they belonged to someone else. Each item represented another step into this new reality. The bra took 3 attempts and another YouTube video to figure out. Looking in the mirror again, now properly dressed in jeans and a simple blouse, the reflection seemed slightly less foreign. Still strange, still shocking, but somehow more real. The phone had accumulated more worried messages from parents and friends. Each one felt like another weight added to already overwhelmed shoulders. Classes tomorrow meant facing hundreds of people. The teaching assistant position meant standing in front of students. I can't just walk in looking like this, came the whispered realization. I need a plan. The university website provided contact information for the dean's office. An email began to take shape. Dear Dean Thompson, I am writing regarding an urgent personal matter that requires immediate attention. The words explaining the situation as best as possible without sounding completely insane. Attached were photos of student ID and driver's license, along with current photos as proof. A knock at the door sent heart rates skyrocketing. Elliot? Honey? Are you in there? Mom's voice carried through the door. We brought soup! Panic froze every muscle. They'd used their spare key before. They could do it again if they thought something was wrong. I'm really sick. The high-pitched voice cracked. Really contagious. Please don't come in. You sound different, Dad's concerned voice joined in. Are you sure you're okay? Just a sore throat. I promise I'll call tomorrow when I'm feeling better. Their muffled conversation outside the door felt like torture. Finally, Mom's voice again. We're leaving the soup by the door. Please call us if you need anything. We love you. Footsteps retreated down the hallway. Only after their car started did breathing return to normal. The mirror reflected tear-streaked cheeks. Everything felt overwhelming. The weight of the hair, the unfamiliar press of the bra, the way clothes sat differently on this new body. Sleeping was hard that night. The bed felt different. Sleeping positions that used to be comfortable no longer worked. Every shift and turn brought fresh awareness of changed anatomy. Morning arrived too quickly, bringing with it an email from the dean's office requesting an immediate meeting. The carefully chosen outfit felt like armor: dark jeans, a professional blouse, low heels that Margaret had insisted were starter shoes. The walk across campus filled with stares, some curious, some appreciative, all uncomfortable. The dean's office waited like a judgment hall. Dean Thompson's secretary showed the way in without a word. The dean herself sat behind her desk, reading glasses perched on her nose as she reviewed what looked like the sent email. "Please sit down," she gestured to a chair. "I must say this is unprecedented. I know it sounds crazy. And yet," she interrupted, "here you are. Clearly not the Elliot Stevens I met last semester, but with all his documentation and memories." She removed her glasses, studying the nervous figure before her. "I assume you have a preferred name you'd like to use going forward?" The question caught off guard. Through all the panic and planning, the idea of a new name hadn't even come up. The dean's question about names hung in the air for a moment. "Sophia." The answer came suddenly, instinctively. "I'd like to go by Sophia." Dean Thompson nodded, making a note. "Very well, Sophia. We'll need to update your records and inform your professors. As for your TA position?" "I can still teach," Sophia interjected quickly. "I know the material hasn't changed, even if I have." "Yes, but there are protocols to follow. We'll need to handle this delicately." The dean tapped her pen against the desk. "Take this week to adjust. I'll speak with your professors and arrange accommodations." Back at the apartment, Sophia buried herself in research. The carnival. There had to be information about it somewhere. Hours scrolling through local news sites yielded nothing about mysterious candy vendors or magical transformations. The phone buzzed again. Mom's third call today. "I can't keep avoiding them," Sophia muttered, pacing the small living room. Her reflection caught in every window, each glimpse a reminder of her new reality. They deserve to know. The drive to her parents' house felt longer than usual. Each mile brought fresh waves of anxiety. The familiar two-story colonial loomed ahead, Mom's garden blooming with summer flowers. Sophia's hand trembled as she rang the doorbell. Footsteps approached. "Elliot! Finally, we've been so worried." Mom's words cut off as the door opened fully. Her eyes widened, confusion spreading across her face.
"I'm sorry, who are you?"
"Mom?" Sophia's voice cracked. "It's me, it's Elliot." Mom's expression shifted from confusion to concern. "I don't understand. Is this some kind of joke? Please, can I come in? I need to explain everything." Dad's voice carried from inside. "Mary, who's at the door?" "You'd better come see this, John." They gathered in the living room. Sophia perched nervously on the edge of the couch, while her parents sat across from her, faces a mix of confusion and growing anger. "Start talking." Dad's voice was tight. "And it better be good." Sophia took a deep breath. "At the carnival Friday night, I found this tent with magical candy." "Magical candy?" Dad interrupted. "Are you on drugs? Is that what this is?" "No! Please, just listen. This vendor had these candies called Pink Pixie Puffs. I ate them, and when I woke up Saturday morning, I was like this." Mom's eyes filled with tears. "Elliot, if you're having some kind of mental break, ask me anything," Sophia pleaded. Something only Elliot would know. Dad's jaw clenched. "Fine. What did we bury in the backyard when you were 8? Mr. Whiskers, my hamster. We used Mom's yellow flower pot as a coffin, and I made a cross out of popsicle sticks." Mom's hand flew to her mouth. What did I say to you the night before your first day of college? You told me you were proud of me, but if I ever needed to come home, my room would always be there. Then you gave me Grandma's lucky penny." The room fell silent. Dad stood abruptly, pacing the room. "This is impossible," he muttered. "People don't just change like this. I know it sounds crazy. I've spent 2 days trying to figure out how to tell you." Mom moved to sit beside Sophia, studying her face. "Your eyes, they're still the same. That little green fleck in the left one. It's really me, Mom. But how? Why? Have you tried changing back? Sophia nodded. I've been researching nonstop. The carnival's gone. Packed up Saturday night. I can't find any information about the vendor or the tent. Dad stopped pacing, running a hand through his hair. We need to find that vendor. This can't be permanent.
Don't say it. I need some air. The back door slammed behind him.
Mom's hands trembled as she reached for Sophia's. Are you okay? Have you eaten? Been sleeping? The simple questions broke something inside. Tears spilled over as Sophia collapsed into her mother's arms, letting out 2 days of fear and confusion. I don't know what to do, she sobbed. Everything's different. I can't even walk right in these shoes. Mom stroked her hair, her own tears falling. Oh, sweetheart, we'll figure this out. Together. Hours passed. Dad returned, still processing, but calmer. They ordered pizza. Sophia's favorite supreme with extra olives, another small proof of identity. What do we tell people? Dad asked, picking at his crust. The dean knows. She's helping with school arrangements. But everyone else? We'll need a story, Mom said practically, though her eyes were red from crying. Something believable. The discussion continued late into the night, plans made and unmade. When Sophia finally drove home, she felt lighter despite everything.
Her parents knew. They believed her. They still loved her.
The carnival grounds were empty when she drove past, not even a piece of litter remaining. But somewhere out there, that vendor existed.
The magic that changed her was real, which meant there had to be a way to change back. The next morning, Sophia stared at her closet, overwhelmed by the mix of old men's clothes and hastily purchased basics. Her fingers traced the familiar textures of sweaters that no longer fit right, shirts that hung awkwardly on her new frame. The doorbell chimed, startling her from the reverie. Mom stood on the doorstep, armed with coffee and bagels. I thought we could have breakfast before heading out. She held up the paper bag. Your usual? Everything bagel with extra cream cheese? The familiar scent of fresh bagels brought a wave of comfort. They settled at the small kitchen table, steam rising from their cups. I barely slept, Sophia admitted, picking at her bagel. Everything feels off. I remember that feeling after having you. Bodies changing in ways you don't expect. Mom reached across the table, squeezing her hand. We'll figure this out together. A sharp cramp hit without warning, making Sophia double over. Oh God, what was that? Mom's eyes widened with recognition. Honey? When did that start? Just now, but I've been feeling weird all morning, kind of achy and... Another cramp cut through the sentence. Let me check something. Mom disappeared into the bathroom, returning with a small pink box. Here, you might need these. Sophia stared at the box of tampons. No way. Welcome to womanhood, sweetheart. Mom's smile was sympathetic. Let's get you some supplies before we do anything else. The drugstore's feminine hygiene aisle stretched endlessly, a bewildering array of products in various shapes and colors. How do I... Which ones? Sophia whispered, face burning. Let's start with the basics. Mom loaded the cart with pads, tampons, and a heating pad. Everyone's different. You'll figure out what works best for you. Back home, Mom walked her through the basics of pad placement and tampon insertion, speaking matter-of-factly like she was teaching a cooking technique. The cramps should ease up with ibuprofen and the heating pad. Hot showers help too. Sophia curled up on the couch, heating pad pressed against her abdomen. How do you deal with this every month? You learn to work around it. Sometimes chocolate helps. Mom produced a bar of dark chocolate from her purse. I always kept a secret stash when you were growing up. The afternoon stretched into evening as Mom shared wisdom accumulated over decades of womanhood. Hair care routines, skincare tips, the importance of moisturizer. Your skin's different now, more sensitive. You'll need to take care of it differently. In the bathroom, Mom demonstrated proper makeup removal techniques, explaining the difference between toners and serums.
I always wanted to share these things with a daughter, she admitted softly, showing Sophia how to apply mascara without poking her eye out. Not that I wanted this to happen to you, but I know, Mom. Sophia studied her reflection, the careful sweep of mascara making her eyes look bigger. It's nice having someone who understands. They ordered Chinese food and spread out on the living room floor, surrounded by beauty products and fashion magazines. These shoes are cute, Mom pointed to a page, and practical. You need more than those basic flats from Target. Everything's so expensive, Sophia sighed, looking at price tags. Consider it years of missed birthday presents for the daughter I never had. Mom's eyes crinkled with humor. Besides, your father's been saving for your wedding since you were born. I think he can spare some for a proper wardrobe. The next morning found them at the mall, armed with lists and determination. Mom's expertise proved invaluable, navigating sales racks and sizing charts with practiced ease. Always try everything on, she advised, loading Sophia's arms with clothes. Sizes aren't consistent between brands. The dressing room became a staging ground for fashion experiments. Mom vetoed anything too revealing, you're still learning to move in this body, while encouraging Sophia to explore different styles. That color brings out your eyes, she noted as Sophia tried on a deep green sweater. And the cut suits your figure. It feels weird having curves, Sophia admitted, smoothing the fabric over her hips. Like I'm constantly aware of them. That never really goes away. You just get used to it. Mom adjusted the sweater's shoulder seam. But you learn to dress for your body type. They tackled shoe shopping next, Mom insisting on quality over quantity. Good shoes are worth the investment. Your feet will thank you. Sophia wobbled slightly in low heels, gripping the store's mirror for balance. Take smaller steps, Mom demonstrated. It's all in the hips.
Think of walking in a straight line. Practice walks up and down the store aisle drew curious glances, but Mom's patient instruction helped Sophia find her balance. Remember when you taught me to ride a bike? Sophia laughed, finally managing a smooth walk in the heels. This feels just as wobbly. And just like the bike, once you get it, you'll never forget. Lunch found them at their usual cafe, shopping bags clustered around their feet. I'll try the grilled chicken salad. Mom raised an eyebrow over her water glass. Watching calories already? Everything tastes different now. Stronger, somehow. Sophia shrugged. And I'm still figuring out portion sizes for this body. The conversation flowed easily, moving from body changes to emotional adjustments. Mom shared stories from her own journey through womanhood, first dates, workplace challenges, learning to navigate a world that sometimes felt designed against them. The hardest part is feeling vulnerable, she explained. You'll notice men looking at you differently. Some will talk over you in meetings. Others will explain things you already know. I've already noticed that, Sophia nodded, remembering the hardware store clerk's condescending tone yesterday. It's frustrating knowing I have the same knowledge I had before, but now people assume I don't, which is why women need to support each other. Mom reached across the table, squeezing Sophia's hand. You have me, and we'll find you a good support network. Another cramp hit during the drive home, making Sophia groan. Pull over, Mom directed. Let's switch seats. You need to curl up with the heating pad. At home, Mom ran a hot bath, adding lavender salts and setting out soft pajamas. Best remedy for cramps, she explained. Soak until the water cools. The bath helped, as did the heated pad and another dose of ibuprofen. They settled on the couch with face masks and nail polish, Mom teaching Sophia the art of the perfect manicure. Your hands are smaller now. You'll need to adjust how you hold things. Sophia studied her freshly painted nails, a soft rose color that Mom assured her was perfect for everyday wear. I never understood why you spent so much time on this stuff before, she admitted. But it's actually kind of nice. It's not about the makeup or clothes, Mom explained, carefully applying a top coat. It's about taking care of yourself, feeling confident in your own skin. They ordered pizza for dinner, spreading out their shopping haul across the living room. Mom helped organize the new wardrobe, explaining the basics of outfit coordination and seasonal transitions.
These pieces will mix and match, she demonstrated, creating multiple outfits from a few basic items. And remember, accessories can completely change a look. Sophia fingered the delicate necklace Mom had insisted on buying, a simple silver chain with a tiny star pendant. I feel like I'm learning everything from scratch, she sighed. Things I never had to think about before. That's why you have me. Mom smiled, sorting through the makeup purchases. Now let me show you how to do a simple, everyday look that won't take hours. The evening passed in a blur of beauty tutorials and wardrobe organization. Mom shared tricks for dealing with underwire bras, their necessary evils, taught the proper way to walk in heels, heel to toe, not flat-footed, and demonstrated how to manage long hair without spending forever on it. A good haircut makes all the difference, she noted, running a brush through Sophia's blonde waves. We should make you an appointment with my stylist. Sophia leaned back against her mother's legs, feeling the gentle pull of the brush. This reminds me of when you used to braid my stuffed animal's hair. I always wanted to do this with you, Mom admitted softly. Not like this, obviously, but having someone to share these things with. I know it's weird, Sophia turned to look up at her mother, but I'm glad I have you to help me figure it all out. We'll get through this together, Mom promised, starting a simple braid, one day at a time. Later, curled up with their second round of heating pads and chocolate, they scrolled through online shopping sites. You'll need workout clothes, Mom pointed out, and proper sports bras. Trust me on this. Everything's so complicated now, Sophia marveled, adding items to the cart. How do you keep track of it all? Years of practice and lots of trial and error. Mom showed her how to measure bra sizes properly. Speaking of which, we should get you professionally fitted at some point. The night grew late, but neither seemed ready for it to end. This strange new bonding experience had created a connection neither had expected. Thank you, Sophia said quietly as Mom gathered her things to leave. For everything. That's what mothers are for. Mom pulled her into a tight hug. Call me anytime, day or night. We're in this together. Standing in her newly organized closet, surrounded by carefully chosen outfits and properly stored accessories, Sophia felt a small spark of confidence. She could do this. One step at a time, in sensible but stylish shoes, she would figure out this new life. The cramps reminded her that some parts would take more getting used to than others, but even that felt manageable now. She had her mother's wisdom, years of accumulated knowledge freely shared. In the bathroom, she carefully followed the nighttime skincare routine Mom had taught her, applying each product in the proper order. The face in the mirror looked back with more certainty than before. The morning light filtered through new curtains, sheer ones Mom had insisted on for better lighting for makeup application. Sophia stood before her closet, carefully selecting an outfit for her meeting with the college dean. Business casual, Mom's voice echoed in her head. First impressions matter more now. The dark gray pencil skirt and emerald blouse felt strange but appropriate. 2 weeks of practice made the morning routine flow smoother. Face wash, toner, moisturizer with SPF, light makeup application. Remember to check your outfit from all angles, Mom had drilled into her. The full-length mirror revealed no obvious issues, no bunched fabric or visible panty lines. Her phone buzzed with a text from Mom. Don't forget to bring a spare tampon in your purse. The reminder made Sophia check her new leather bag, mentally ticking off the essentials Mom had listed. Compact mirror, lip balm, hair tie, feminine products, small perfume roller, tissues, hand sanitizer, and emergency snacks. The drive to campus felt surreal. Same route, different perspective. The security guard who'd known her for years barely glanced at her ID card. The dean had expedited the paperwork for her new identity. Ms. Anderson? The dean's assistant looked up from his desk. Dean Matthews is ready for you. The dean's office hadn't changed, but Sophia's awareness of the space had. She noticed things she'd overlooked before. The subtle floral arrangement, the way the morning light caught the awards on the wall. Sophia, please sit. Dean Matthews gestured to a chair. her expression warm but professional. "We have quite a bit to discuss regarding your transition back to classes." Papers shuffled across the desk. New class schedules, housing forms, updated ID information. "Your previous roommate situation obviously needs adjustment," the dean continued. "We've arranged a single room in the women's wing of Baker Hall. Private bathroom for your comfort." "Thank you." Sophia's voice still startled her sometimes. Higher, softer. "Professor Chen has agreed to be your faculty advisor through this transition. She's been briefed on your situation and can help navigate any academic challenges." The meeting continued, addressing practical concerns Sophia hadn't considered: gym class requirements, locker room access, health center services. The Women's Center offers several support groups. Dean Matthews slid over a brochure. "And our counseling services are available if you need them." Back in her car, Sophia texted Mom. "Meeting went okay. Need to go shopping for dorm stuff." The reply came quickly. "Meet you at Target in 20. We'll tackle the list together." Target's dorm section buzzed with pre-semester energy. Mom grabbed a cart, steering them toward bedding. "You'll want better quality sheets now," she advised. "Your skin's more sensitive." They loaded the cart with necessities: plush towels, a shower caddy filled with carefully selected toiletries, organizational tools for makeup and accessories. "Get 2 sets of everything," Mom suggested. "Laundry's more complicated now, more sorting, different water temperatures." The list grew. Feminine hygiene products, extra hair supplies, a small steamer for delicate clothes, command hooks for scarves and jewelry. "Don't forget shower shoes." Mom tossed in rubber flip-flops. "And a good bathrobe." In the desk supplies section, Sophia reached for her usual basic notebooks. "Let's make it more fun." Mom picked up colorful planners and coordinating pens. Organization helps manage everything else. The cart filled with dorm essentials, reimagined for her new needs. Over-the-door hooks for robes and towels, extra mirrors with good lighting, a comfortable chair cushion. "You'll need a proper laundry hamper," Mom pointed out. "And lingerie bags for delicates." They added cleaning supplies, basic tools, and a small first aid kit supplemented with feminine pain relievers. "Always be prepared," Mom advised, adding Band-Aids for potential shoe blisters. Sophia nodded, surveying their preparations. Each organized container and carefully packed box represented another step toward managing this new reality. "I was thinking," Sophia said, reorganizing her new skincare products on the bathroom counter, "maybe this whole situation isn't entirely terrible." Mom paused from folding towels. "What do you mean?" "Well, as Elliot..." Sophia's fingers traced the edge of a moisturizer jar. "I never really fit in anywhere. Sure, there were classmates I'd talk to, project partners, but no real friends. Always felt like I was watching life from behind glass." The bathroom mirror reflected their shared moment of understanding. "The guys would invite me to things sometimes, but it always felt forced. Like they felt obligated because we had classes together." Sophia arranged the products in order of use. "And with girls, there was always this awkward distance. They'd be guarded, probably thinking I was trying to hit on them when I just wanted to talk." "You never told me that?" Mom's hand settled on her shoulder. "It wasn't something I could explain then. I didn't really understand it myself." Sophia picked up a hair tie, twisting it between her fingers. "But now, starting fresh, nobody has any expectations, no history to navigate. In my programming classes, I was just another quiet guy in the back row. Now?" She gestured at her reflection. "I can actually start over, make real connections. The girls in your dorm might be more open to friendship now," Mom suggested, sorting through the pile of new hair accessories. "Exactly. And I already know all the guy stuff, their jokes, their perspectives. I won't be that awkward girl who doesn't get the references." Sophia smiled slightly. "Plus, I understand computers better than most of them. I just have to figure out how to share that knowledge without coming across as that guy who always has to prove he's the smartest person in the room." "Yeah." Sophia laughed softly. "I've sat through enough of those conversations from the other side." The campus buzzed with early morning activity as Sophia navigated the familiar yet different landscape. Her heels clicked against the concrete. Sensible 2-inch pumps Mom had insisted were perfect for long days of walking. The office hadn't changed since her last visit as Elliot, but everything else had. The chair felt different against her smaller frame. The desk seemed higher. First class, advanced computer science. Sophia found a seat near the back, hyper-aware of curious glances from classmates. "Is this seat taken?" A girl with curly hair and bright red lipstick gestured to the empty chair. "Go ahead." "I'm Maya." She settled in, pulling out a laptop covered in stickers. "Transfer student?" "Yeah, just started." The practiced lie felt smoother now. "From University of Washington." "Cool. We need more women in CS. The male-to-female ratio here is ridiculous." Professor Chen's arrival postponed further conversation. Sophia found herself sharing knowing looks with Maya during particularly condescending comments from male students. After class, Maya fell into step beside her. "Want to grab coffee? A bunch of us usually hit the campus shop between classes." The coffee shop crowd included 2 other women from CS, Jen, a senior with pink-streaked hair, and Rachel, a sophomore who looked barely 18. "Fresh meat," Jen grinned, pulling up chairs. "Welcome. Did you catch Thompson's face when Sophia corrected his algorithm?" Maya laughed. "Priceless." "That was impressive," Rachel agreed. "Most transfers struggle with Chen's teaching style." The conversation flowed easily, covering classes, professors, and the eternal struggle of being female in tech. "Fair warning," Jen leaned in conspiratorially. "Davis and database systems will call on you constantly, trying to prove you don't belong there." "Thanks for the heads up." Sophia sipped her latte. Another new preference, her old black coffee order tasting too bitter now. "We have a study group Thursdays," Maya offered. "You should join. Safety in numbers against the bros." Laughter and laptop stickers were exchanged. Sophia found herself added to group chats, invited to weekend plans. "Movie night Saturday," Rachel announced. "My place. No boys allowed." The week fell into rhythm. Study groups became dinner plans, became shopping trips. Sophia discovered the joy of female friendships, the easy understanding, shared experiences, unspoken support. "Your eyeliner is perfect," Maya commented during a bathroom touch-up. "Show me how you do that wing." Small moments of connection accumulated. Borrowed tampons, shared makeup tips, complaints about underwire bras. "How do you deal with Flynn staring at your chest instead of your face?" Rachel vented during study group. "Maintain aggressive eye contact," Jen advised. "Make him more uncomfortable than you are." Movie night arrived with pizza, face masks, and comfortable clothes. Sophia borrowed pajamas from Rachel, marveling at the soft fabric. "Okay, rom-com or action?" Maya scrolled through Netflix. "Something with women kicking ass," Jen voted. "I'm tired of romance." "You're just bitter about Jake," Rachel teased. "Men are trash." Jen threw a pillow. "I'm swearing them off forever." Sophia found herself watching the movie's female lead with unexpected interest. The way she moved, her smile, the curve of her neck. "Earth to Sophia," Maya waved a hand. "Ice cream run, you in?" Late-night convenience store raids in pajamas, sharing pints of ice cream, crying over movies. It felt natural, right? The realization hit during another coffee shop session. Maya was telling a story, gesturing animatedly, red lipstick perfect as always. Sophia couldn't stop staring at her mouth. Oh, the attraction wasn't new. She'd always appreciated beautiful women. But now, in this body, with these friends. "Sophia?" Maya tilted her head. "You okay? You zoned out." "Sorry, just thinking about how pretty you are, about wanting to kiss you." "Midterms frying your brain too?" Jen sympathized. "We should do a hardcore study session this weekend." The study session became another sleepover. Sophia lay awake, listening to her friend's steady breathing, processing. She liked girls. She was a girl who liked girls. It felt right, fitting into place like the last piece of a puzzle. "Anyone up for pancakes?" Rachel's morning voice broke through contemplation. Over syrupy breakfast, Sophia watched her friends, really saw them. The easy affection, casual touches, shared understanding. Earth to Sophia again, Maya nudged her. You're getting spacey lately. Just happy to be here, Sophia admitted truthfully. We love you too. Maya hugged her impulsively. Sophia's heart stuttered at the contact. Days blended together. Study sessions, coffee runs, shared complaints about professors. Sophia learned to navigate this new world of female friendship and attraction. Maya's casual touches sent electricity through her skin. Rachel's smile made her stomach flip. Jen's confidence was magnetic. Girls' night, Maya declared after a particularly brutal exam. We need drinks and dancing. The club pulsed with energy. Sophia watched her friends dance, admiring the way they moved, the joy in their freedom. Dance with me! Maya pulled her onto the floor. The press of bodies, the heat, Maya's hands on her waist. You're a natural, Maya shouted over the music. Sophia let herself move, enjoying the way her body responded to the rhythm. Different from before, but good different. Later, catching their breath at the bar, Maya leaned close. That guy's been watching you all night. Not interested. Sophia didn't even look. Really? He's cute. I like girls. The words came easily, naturally. Maya's face lit up. Why didn't you say so? The others gathered round, excited by the revelation. Welcome to the club, Jen grinned. I knew I got a vibe from you. We should hit Spectrum next time, Rachel suggested, naming the local lesbian bar. Much better scene. Acceptance flowed as easily as their drinks. Any particular type? Maya waggled her eyebrows. Sophia blushed, thinking of red lipstick and curly hair. Still figuring that out. The night continued with dancing, drinks, and increasingly detailed discussions of women they found attractive. Emma Stone or Scarlett Johansson? Rachel posed. Emma Stone, Sophia answered without hesitation. That voice. Good taste, Maya high-fived her. Walking home, arms linked for stability in heels, Sophia felt complete. This body, these friends, this attraction, everything aligned. Brunch tomorrow? Maya suggested, hugging goodbye. I know a great place with cute waitresses. Sophia watched her friends disperse, heart full. She'd found her place, her people, her truth. The next morning brought hangovers and greasy food. They crowded into a booth, sharing water and aspirin. So, Maya stirred her coffee. Now that you're officially out? Anyone caught your eye? Sophia focused very hard on her pancakes, avoiding Maya's bright smile. Leave her alone, Rachel intervened. She'll tell us when she's ready. The conversation shifted to classes, but Sophia caught Maya watching her thoughtfully. Study group evolved to include discussions of dating apps alongside computer science. You need better pictures, Jen critiqued Sophia's profile. These don't show your personality. An impromptu photo shoot followed, everyone offering suggestions and encouragement. Perfect! Maya approved a candid shot of Sophia laughing. That's the real you. Sophia's phone buzzed with matches, but her eyes kept drifting to Maya during study sessions. The gender ratio in tech is actually beneficial for lesbians, Jen noted during a coding break. Built-in dating pool. If you like nerds, Rachel laughed. Nerds are hot, Maya defended. Intelligence is hot. Sophia pretended her heart didn't race at Maya's words. Days passed in a blur of classes, coding, and growing awareness. She noticed things differently now. The way women moved, smiled, existed in space. You're staring again, Jen whispered during lecture. Was not. Sophia focused on her notes, ignoring Maya's profile 2 rows ahead. Sure, honey. Jen's knowing smile said everything. Group study sessions became more difficult. Maya's presence was distracting. Her laugh, her gestures, the way she chewed pens while thinking. Who wants coffee? Sophia needed air, space to breathe. I'll help carry, Maya offered. The autumn air felt good after the stuffy library. Maya hummed as they walked, arm brushing Sophia's occasionally. So, Maya started carefully, when are you going to ask me out? Sophia nearly dropped her wallet. What? You're not subtle. Maya's smile was gentle. I've seen how you look at me. Words failed. For what it's worth, Maya stepped closer. I look at you too. The coffee run took longer than usual. When they returned, lips slightly smudged.
No one commented on the delay.
Later, curled together on Maya's couch, Sophia marveled at how right everything felt. Maya's fingers in her hair, the soft press of curves together, the taste of red lipstick. You okay? Maya asked softly. You're thinking loud again. Just happy, Sophia replied truthfully. Everything makes sense now. Maya kissed her again, gentle and sure. Good. Study group remained unchanged, except for sporadic texts about date ideas and relationship advice. Finally! Rachel exclaimed during coffee. We've been watching you two dance around each other for weeks. Was it that obvious? Sophia groaned. Painfully, Jen confirmed. But you're cute together. Maya squeezed her hand under the table, thumb tracing patterns on her palm. The semester continued. Sophia learned to navigate classes, friendship, and new love simultaneously. Everything felt natural now. The body, the attraction, the relationships. Late autumn sunlight filtered through the library windows as Sophia sat alone in her favorite study nook. The past few months had brought so many changes, each one feeling more right than the last. Her reflection in the darkened library window showed a young woman completely at ease with herself, a far cry from the uncomfortable person she'd been before. The memory of that strange carnival night floated back, as it sometimes did during these quiet moments. What exactly had happened in that mysterious booth? The details grew hazier with each passing day, like trying to remember a dream. The carnival itself had vanished without a trace, leaving no evidence it had ever existed. She pulled out her phone, scrolling through recent photos. Study group selfies, coffee dates with Maya, shopping trips with the girls. Each image showed her smiling, genuinely happy in a way she'd never been as Elliot. The thought of returning to that previous existence felt impossible now, like trying to squeeze back into clothes she'd long outgrown. Still, that carnival booth nagged at her thoughts occasionally. What was the true nature of its magic? Had others found their way there? The questions circled in her mind with no answers forthcoming. Her fingers absently played with a strand of her hair as she remembered the awkward isolation of her old life. Now everything aligned perfectly. Her body, her mind, her heart. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out my other socials if you want more content, early access, behind the scenes, and more. All links down below.